myself. To get an exposure about management program and corporate life, as I said, today we are very, very fortunate to have some eminent people along with us, such as I said, chief guest, Mr. Rahul Bagale, Mr. Dilip Deshpande, and Mr. Prakash Kul. The third light is light for resoluteness. This is being decisive, firm in our decision to make ourselves very successful. The fourth light is light of patience. Let this light bring a lot of patience and serenity in our minds to have a very successful, peaceful life. And final light is light of caution. Caution is to guard ourselves so that we are safe from this ever-changing world, the dynamics of the world, and it gives us light of caution. Thank you so much. Please feel comfortable. Before everybody gets comfortable, I just want to say, what Roosevelt once said, far better is to dare mighty things, to win glorious triumphs, even though checkered by failure, than to rank with the people with poor spirits, who neither enjoy nor suffer much, because they live in great twilight that knows not victory nor defeat. So the person who doesn't know the victory nor the defeat and has no indifference, there is no point in living like that. So I want students to please clap your hands as they come. They have done a wonderful, they have achieved so much in their lives, and they are all here to guide you all by the experiences that they have. In Indian culture, we say Atiti Devo Bhava. Atiti Devo Bhava means the guests are like God to us. They should be treated as gods, So that is what we believe here with Pune Business School. And I would like Dr. Manju Punya Chopra and Dr. Ganesh Rao to felicitate today's chief guest and guest of honor. I request Dr. Ganesh Rao to kindly felicitate today's chief guest, Mr. Rahul Bagale, Group HR Head, Force Motors, with a token of appreciation. Please, sir. Students, give them a big round of applause. Don't stop clapping. Let this be a noisy, filled hall the whole day round. Great. I now request Dr. Ganesh Rao to kindly felicitate today's guest of honor, Dr. Dilip Deshpande, Director, Aristotle Business Solutions Private Limited, with a token of appreciation. I now request Dr. Manju Punya Chopra to felicitate today's guest of honor, Mr. Prakash Kulkarni, Agriculture Technologist, Krishi Bhodh, with a token of appreciation. I would also request Dr. Manju Punya Chopra to also felicitate the Director of Pune Business School, Dr. Ganesh Rao. Well, the Director doesn't want the appreciation, but we do appreciate him. So big round of applause. So as Manju ma'am said, if you have not heard behind, he has created a lot of leaders. Well, he is that big a leader who has created a lot of leaders under him. So I would also request Manju ma'am to felicitate Director International Relations, Dr. Janvi Inamdar ma'am, with a token of appreciation. I request Manju ma'am to also felicitate Bhavsar sir for his achievements in this entire trust.
He's somebody who knows each and every student personally, so be aware, all of you.
I request Manju ma'am to also felicitate Dr. Sanjeevni Shelke ma'am, Head HR of Pune Chinchwad Education Trust. There were more claps, ma'am, for you, Sanjeevni ma'am. Now, it's an honor to introduce Dr. Manju Punia Chopra ma'am, who is the Dean Business Academics. Dr. Manju Punia Chopra ma'am, she's a Major Manju Punia Chopra, major as in she has served the army also. She's a PhD in finance, FRM, GARP USA, and CFA with USA. She's postdoctorate fellow in ESG reporting and sustainable finance with National University of Singapore, sponsored by ICSSR. She has more than 20 years of Indian Armed Force, corporate, teaching, research, and consulting experience. She's worked with various verticals of ICICI conglomerate under its banking, wealth management, and advisory verticals. She's a permanent trainer with Tata Management Training Center, the Strategic Leadership Training and Development Wing of Tata Group. She has been associated with various B schools across globe as National University of Singapore and Australian Institute of Management. She has authored and edited books on mutual funds, ESG. Her teaching and consulting experience is with valuations, corporate finance, economics, behavioral finance, mutual funds, and so on and so forth. With such a wonderful person around here who would be guiding you on the academics front, I now request, give a big round of applause first. I now request Dr. Manju ma'am to kindly address the students with her pearls of wisdom. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, Meenakshi ma'am, for the kind words. And all of you are looking amazingly good. I know it's difficult to होगा जब गया होगा एक notice कि you have to be in black and white, but how is it looking? How is it looking? Very good. That एक amazing सुन लिया तो हमारा it's all done. Very good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Rahul Bagale sir, thank you. Dilip sir, Prakash sir, thank you so much for taking out time. And Friday evenings are not generally very welcome when it comes to conferences and all. But then, we also know that Rahul Bagale sir has taken out time to address all of you, and he has some foreign delegates already waiting. So please give a round of applause for all the speakers who have come over here. And there is a lot to learn from all of them. I sincerely welcome all the members, all the teachers, the corporate trainers who has become a part of this wonderful morning, and give a big round of applause for the parents who have really come all the way to ensure that your journey of success begins with a very, very happy beginning. So, I'll just start with a small story. ये आप लोगों को मैंने पहले भी सुनाई है, मैं फिर से सुनाऊंगी, एंड ये मैं सुनाती रहूंगी. आप जैसे कुछ बच्चों को ना हम लोग एक जू लेकर गए थे. याद आई स्टोरी? नहीं आई, इसलिए सुना रही हूँ दोबारा. मुझे पता है याद नहीं आएगी. जब तक याद नहीं हो जाएगी तब तक सुनाती रहूंगी मैं आप लोगों को. So the story is they took them to a zoo, and then they noticed that बहुत सारे elephants वहाँ पर हैं, and they are not caged. They are just wired with a thin chain. And out of all the curious students like you, one of the students asked कि ये तो इतने बड़े elephants हैं और ये तो इतनी पतली सी chain है, तो ये कैसे रुके हुए हैं sir? They asked the zookeeper. Then the zookeeper saw them and then they told कि अभी ये बड़े हो गए हैं. But when they were small, since then they are tied with the same chain. Then the chain was very, very strong, but now the chain is not strong enough to hold them. But mentally they have perceived that the chain is still strong enough to still hold them. Why I'm telling you this story and why I will keep on telling this story is because there are many chains in your minds. It's time for you to break the chains. Chains like mathematics नहीं लिया है graduation में, still business analytics कर सकते हैं क्या? I'm not a BCom student, still can I pursue finance as a career? Probably I'm not very outgoing, but can I still pursue marketing? It's fun to me, and so on and so forth. And HR is more for women. Still, as a man, I find it interesting to recruit and talk to people, interview them, and so on and so forth. So today, first oath that all of you have to take is to break those chains जो आप लोगों ने बहुत टाइम से लगाई हुई है. So it's important for all of you to clean up your minds and start this journey. And along with that, the process of the journey is very, very important. Have faith that under able leadership of Dr. Ganesh Rao sir and all the eminent people, all the corporate faculties, we don't have visiting faculties, we have corporate faculties here with you. The path of your 2 years is a very, very scientifically defined, and it's a very, very enabled, and we have board of governance, we have eminent corporate people with whom we keep on taking suggestions out of the type of syllabus through which you will be pleasantly employable going forward when into 1.5 years. So have lot of faith into the decision making that has been done over here. Apart from that, another thing that you always should keep in mind is that no question is a silly question. बहुत hesitation होती है जब हम बोलते हैं कि पूछिए कुछ. So, you know, the first step of breaking the chain is standing and asking even you feel it silly. Because unless and until you start talking in your community, you will not be able to talk confidently when you are going out also. So these are the few things, and there are many more things also. We have a very able corporate relationship team under the guidance of Dr. Meenakshi Madam. She and her team ensures that she is connected with the entire corporate community day in and day out. She keeps on visiting them, and she is a very well-connected lady. Dr. Ganesh Rao sir needs no introduction. He has generated leaders throughout who are leading other B schools also, and now you all are in the able hands of Dr. Ganesh Rao and the team, where in the future leaders we can see sitting over here. So I think सब लोग अपना right hand आगे कीजिए. All of you take your right hand और अपनी पीठ थपथपाइए. You've taken a good decision of at least begin to read, learn, take education and all. So I think खड़े हो जाइए एक बार and give a round of applause to you yourself. Quickly do it. And this is only for you, no one else. Please, thank you so much. Please sit down. And जब भी doubt लगे कि हम कर सकते हैं कि हम नहीं कर सकते, अपना right hand आगे करना और पीठ थपथपाना. हमने शुरुआत की है, and all of us are here. There is no need to worry, and it's a wonderful journey, and there are no students and teachers. We all are co-learners. We are learning from you, and together all of us are progressing. Thank you so much, and I welcome all the speakers, all the guests, all the team members, all the new team members, all the students who have encouraged us to do a better program, and we hope that we keep on doing, and you are part of a wonderful trust that is Pimpri Chinchwad Educational Trust. I heartily welcome all of you to this wonderful journey of your PGDM program, and the success is here right now, and we'll make it happen. Thank you so much.
He believes that youth has power to change the future, and he greatly inspires and believes in innovation and grooming students to the extent that actually they become such an asset for the entire world and for the country. Kindly put your hands together for Dr. Ganesh Rao. Once he starts talking, you will know what he is, you know. I welcome Dr. Rao to please give his pearls of wisdom to the students.
And he takes up a job as a TT. So, you know, start where you are. That was what the lesson is. He takes up a job as a TT, but never gives up his dream. and keeps on moving ahead and ahead, trying to get better and better. And he gets into the national team, becomes one of the best wicket keepers of the country, a good captain of the country, a great leader of the world, and above all, a great human being. What you can learn from him is mindset. So few things I want to learn, I want to, give back. So when we have Mahendra Dhoni as somebody whom we can remodel based on his personality, okay? He does cricket, we'll be in the corporate world, but the learnings and attitudes are the same, okay? So what do you learn from him? Fearless. Few things I want to give you 3 things. Be extremely fearless in life. Why are you afraid of? What's going to happen in the future? What's going to happen is ultimately going to happen. So what is the best you can do? Number 2, skill yourself, knowledge yourself. And 3, be extremely positive. Extremely positive that you will be successful. Fearless, build up your knowledge and skills second, and be extremely positive, highly motivated, okay? What you have to avoid? Few things, very important things. Because media is there, news. A lot of unedited information is coming, which is cluttering your mind. Keep that away. Read newspapers which has an editor, okay? Don't clutter your mind. Editor is somebody who understands and filters the information and puts up the information that is good for the society. So avoid this media which comes in every day. Second is avoid reviews and feedbacks, okay? Why should we listen to reviews and feedbacks of others? Build up your knowledge and skills and decide for yourself. And third is, do not involve yourself in gossips, needless and mindless gossips, because that is going to take away a lot of your time. Time is very important. Be in the pursuit of knowledge and skilling. Get out of these gossips. And there's one more important thing. Gossips is one. We frequently, is a part of the second one, feedback and reviews. Phone a friend, okay? Audience pool. Avoid all these things. You want to take a decision in life, is audience going to decide it? You're going to decide yourself. So make yourself very strong. As the famous Urdu poet said, खुदी को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तकदीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से पूछे. What is your decision? So make yourself so strong that the man up above is going to give your wishes and make it come true. Okay? These are the most. So I focus totally on myself. I keep aside the environment and make yourself so strong. Now you say we live in our environment. Okay? Now we live in this country. So let's talk a few words. You are in great college set up by very noble educationists of this city who set up this college, and thanks to them, and we are very fortunate that I'm here and you're here and we are all here, and we got this wonderful corporate faculty who's going to give you the finest of the corporate content, which will give you the most suitable placement to you to get started. So we're so grateful that we are in the right place. Secondly, we live in an environment, a business environment. Wonderful place. This country is a wonderful place. 140 crores. 40 crores people are in cities like all of us. Very fortunate to be living in what we call 21st century. We are living in this. 100 crore people are still living in smaller towns and villages. So they are living in the 20th century, some of them in the 19th century. Now, average age, the demographics, is under 30 years of age. So that's a big market. First, so for the next 30 years, there are two opportunities. One is the market is very big. You don't have to go abroad, out of this country to look for markets. And second is these 100 crore people is going to come into development. They're going to buy houses, they're going to buy cars, they're going to go buy all the FMCG goods. And there will be a demand for the next 50 years. Other side, look at the developed world, 40 years, United States, China is also 40 years, okay? And aging population, demand declining, demand is declining. We're so fortunate. Next 50 years, you born at the right time, and you are looking at a glorious economy, great country, okay, which you can see the leaders of this country whether it's the Prime Minister, the Chief Minister, common man is also able to aspire to this highest position. That is what this great democracy, India, is all about. Talking about this city, that is the city of Shivaji Maharaj, and a great business leader, a great warrior, a great king. He was a master of statecraft, how to manage people, okay? A lot of learnings from him, a lot of management learnings from Shivaji. This is an industrial city. This is a software city. It's also a very big educational city. So the city, the country, the economy, the time, all seems so nice and matching. It's truly a wonderful place and wonderful time to start your career. There are many things that I would like to talk, but we've got our chief guest, who's going to inspire you with his knowledge and wisdom. We've got many speakers for the next 30 days. I want each one of you to have your notebook, your pen, note it down at the end of the day, what you've learned from. These 30 days are going to be your life-changing days, your transformational days. Okay? So from this moment today, 1st of July, 2022, your life is going to change. Things are going to change. Life is not going to be what it is going to be. Okay? Forget about the external environment. You sitting here at this place, at this time, if you decide, you can change your destiny with wonderful inspirational gurus that we're going to have in the next 30 days. I wish you all the best, happy learning, and a glorious career in your future. Thank you so much, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Dr. Ganesh Rao, sir. As you can see, the way he speaks is so much what students basically can understand, and he gets to the mind of the student so very easily with his simple-natured behavior and simple talks and simple understanding of life and students and the entire world. So that is what he brings with him when he interacts with the students and interacts with the staff also. Thank you so much, Dr. Ganesh Rao. I would now request, we are very fortunate to have Mr. Rahul Bagale as a chief guest of this induction ceremony. Sir is currently working as Group HR Head, Force Motors Limited. In this role, his focus was to, as a partner with Managing Director, along with the boards of directors, focusing on the employee growth along with business growth. He's also focusing on various HR initiatives and interventions across the group of companies. Rahul sir is a competent professional with the exposure to all facets of human resource and organizational effectiveness and transformation. He's also a certified Six Sigma Black Belt holder with the international exposure of countries across across in the various projects. He brings along with him 24 plus years of stints with diverse industry experience, which includes foods and beverages, consumer electronics, FMCGs, automotive industry, and so on. He has significantly contributed in settling 7 greenfield projects and the change management initiatives signed by multiple, almost 11 productive long-term wage settlements. He's a passionate professional for encouraging new HR generation in developing, enriching, and encouraging their values. Sir holds bachelor's degree in law from Pune University, along with a master's degree in personal management from the Institute of Management and Research Technology, Pune. I now feel very privileged to invite Mr. Rahul Bagale to share his words of wisdom. Please put your big round of applause for Sir as he comes here.
When I'm saying hello, you need to say hi, so that I will understand you are awake or not. Hello. Before my speech, the speech given by Dr. Sir is absolutely stunning, and I really inspire, you all are very fortunate to have such kind of person who is absolutely inspiring to you, just sitting few feet away from you. So please take all benefits from him. I am really inspired, sir. Really thank to all of you. It's my privilege to have you. Relevant, it may not relevant base, but I will try to touch base few things which came to my life and being transforming from 25 years back to now is absolutely professional degree. So you're in a very good institutes, very big campus and atmosphere along with some kind of experienced professors and all. But what you have to do is more achieve something which is required to corporate world. Degree लेने के बाद job करेंगे या अपना startup करेंगे. The thing is that the more you have to acquire is competencies. You know competencies? Hello? So awake. Competencies means there are sets of some good habits or like competency, technical behavioral competencies which can enhance our performance. So few things, because most of my things are already debriefed by Dr. Sir, so I will not touch upon again those things. But what is important, friends, is basically to increase our learning agility. Unless and until you are learning and relearning, you will not grow. Very interesting example. You have the smartphone, correct? Yes or no? Do you have Google? Do you use it? So Google has lot many information, correct? Yes or no? So whenever we are using that information into stipulated kind of things, it is called knowledge. So our smartphone is containing lot many Facebook or social media apps and all. I think you need to install one more social app or professional app which is called LinkedIn. You know that? So please follow some great people in and around you and across the world who has absolutely have given very, very confident and powerful impact on the business. So that is very, very important. Again, going back to smartphone. In smartphone में क्या होता है? There is one kind of processor or you say some kind of upgrade करते हैं ना इसको, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? फोन को अपग्रेड करते हैं, वो पार्ट को क्या बोलते हैं? Anyone, स्मार्टफोन को जो अपग्रेड करता है, वर्जन अपग्रेड करता है, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? So in smartphone there is a possibility that you need to upgrade your apps. Let's say Google hai, let's say Facebook hai, yeah, na. But who will upgrade our own knowledge is the self, the people around us, the teachers around us, the peers around us. So please utilize, have some kind of learning skill in next 24 months. What is more important is also to be as a teamwork rather than individual player. Many of the peoples or the leaders, you will say that they have very good habit of early rising in the morning. Early riser are the people who is having lot of energy in them. You see, nowadays, I will not blame your basically the age, but people are not early riser. This is what I feel, and I request all of you to utilize this kind of energy in a very right momentum, which may give you a lot of things. Though it is not the right time to talk about the long-term and short-term plan, because generally I discuss this at the end of the semester or at the end of the year, but always have some kind of long-term and short-term plan. This will help you to navigate in the right direction, and please discuss this with your mentors. I was not aware about such kind of big program, so I have not captured my presentation. Otherwise, it is very, very easy and relevant for you to resonate what I am talking about. Now imagine there is one iceberg. Have you seen iceberg? At least photo में तो देखा होगा. So what is that? The tip of the iceberg is basically the observable behavior of the individual. आप कैसे दिखते हैं ये मार्केट में दिखता है वहाँ पे. But below the water level, there is a huge portion. It is called as what? क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Bottom of the iceberg. So this is basically an unknown thing which is not known for all of you. So what you have to do is write down KSA, which is skill, knowledge and attitude. These are the three things what we as a HR people are looking across any candidates post completion of their degrees. Generally I believe that we should hire people only for the attitude. Even though he is less competent than the other one, we should hire people for the attitude, and which is absolutely increase the positivity or positive vibes during the employment. Again, my last words to all of you is basically a degree after 24 months will be only a base of pizza. Pizza khate ho na aap? So it is as good as a pizza. What is important to sell that pizza is basically the toppings of that pizza. And the toppings is competency. So you have another 24 months or 2 years to increase the toppings and sell the pizza in such a way that your parent and your college should be proud of you. And I request few of you or all of you to become a part of this desk after few years, because you will be the phenomenal person after few years, and I request, wish you all the best to your future career. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rahul Bagale, sir. It was really nice to hear from a person who has achieved so much, a big position with Force Motors. It is not that easy. He definitely, as he said, as an iceberg, जितना ऊपर दिखता है, उससे बहुत ज़्यादा नीचे होता है. Real thing is below the iceberg. और वही चीज़ है जो उन्होंने इतनी मेहनत की, और everybody for that matter. So it's a very little tip that we are seeing that he's sitting here, maybe has a very comfortable life. No, but it is a long way that a person must have gone through to achieve that. And one thing I really liked when Rahul sir said that it is the attitude, because he's an HR person, so he has got a knack of understanding कि भाई किसको मुझे select करना है, लोगों को पहचानना आता है. And he says attitude is a very important thing. And rightly said so, attitude ही इंसान को बनाता है. So there is a saying which says it is the attitude and not the aptitude which determines your altitude. Attitude तो आपको पता है, aptitude is what you have learned, technical knowledge, ये वो सब. और altitude is the thing wherein it determines your height. आप कितना ऊंचा आप जाने वाले हो. तो आप कितना ऊंचा जाने वाले हो, बहुत कम portion होता है आपके aptitude का, कि आप क्या सीख रहे हो, क्या कर रहे हो, but it is a lot of proportion of the attitude that you have. अगर आपका successful attitude है, positive attitude है, go-getter वाला attitude है, believe me, you will reach the altitude which we want to reach. So thank you so much for those wise words, Mr. Rahul Bagale, sir. Now I would take this golden opportunity to introduce our esteemed guest of honor, Mr. Prakash Kulkarni. He is agriculture technologist with Krishi Bodh. Sir is BSc in Agri from Pune Agri College under the Pune University in 1968, and worked with MNC pesticide industry for more than 30 years. He's got overseas training on soil health and plant nutrition management in Germany. Since 2002 till today, he is the advisor in specialty plant nutrition management in Pan-India market and business development. He's introduced water-soluble fertilizers in India during his service as business manager with BASF India, which is a subsidiary of BASF Germany. So it's such a wonderful opportunity for us and for all the agri students also maybe who are present here to have him, who has done a lot of research on the soil management and everything. And now I would like to request Mr. Prakash Kulkarni to come up and share his words of wisdom over here. Thank you. I would also tell a small thing which he said, इस पे royalty लगेगी, मुझे कुछ dinner खिलाना पड़ेगा इनको. The morning में said, I said, sir, how are you? He said, I'm better than you. I said, it is such a nice thing to hear. And he says, I'm growing younger and younger every year. I said, इसका राज क्या है? So he said, courage. Right? Yes. Confidence, sorry. He said confidence. I said confidence से इतना हो जाता है. He said confidence से आता है courage और courage से आता है commitment. So I said wonderful. यही राज है. He said I'm 75 but every year I'm getting younger and 75 से होते होते I'm touched 19 now and maybe he's getting much younger. So I said can I tell this to the students कि confidence चाहिए, confidence से courage होता है, courage से commitment आता है. He said royalty लगेगी, इस पे dinner खिलाना पड़ेगा. So okay, thank you so much, sir.
Friends, I'm very happy to meet you, and inviting me to this gathering has been given a sandesh to me by Major Manju. Jai Hind. Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vidyan. What respected invitees, management, professors, friends, ladies and gentlemen, and parents. मला इंग्लिशमध्ये काय बोलावं लागतं कारण पुढचे 2 वर्ष ह्यांना इंग्लिशमध्ये शिकायचं लक्षात ठेवा. And in management school, there are 3 things which are required. One is body language, the communication skill, and always you should eat cheese. No crying face. That cheese will always give you say yes sir, right? I am a core marketing man. I know value. I work with the figures. A world only wants figures. The B school will make you, your mindset ready to accept challenges. It all depends on you. You are the investment for this school. School will give you whatever you ask, but you should be wiser to ask, not clever. As a graduate, you are clever, no doubt. But now you have to become a wise. And wise people always think first and then ask things, right? It's a post-graduation school, right? I was told that many of you are agri graduates, right? How many of you are agriculture graduates? Can you raise the hand? Roughly 30, 40? Good. I am also agri graduate. During my time, there was no MBA, it was MBO, management by objective. भाई काम करना है, करके ही आना है. The B school has started after 90s, you know. I used to handle a lot of IM people, MBA people, and what I personally find, it is everything in you. You are the man who can bring the success to the organization. Mind you, there are 2 families in our life. The company or the school you join is a family, and your personal family. And now you have to manage both the families with a happiness. And that will come only when you create value in you. World only admires value. And everybody was talking about mindset, you know. The mindset is very difficult to change. And change is going to be the constant world today, tomorrow, and the future time. What I personally find that you must learn 2 things, vertical thinking and lateral thinking. Many of you, I find that people don't think laterally. You should be like a visionary. You must learn many things. You get exposed from many people and think that as an opportunity. See, if you think as an opportunity, then first thing in you is you have to take challenge. Because opportunity does not come easily unless you take challenges. In management, always I used to go sometimes for GDPI, and always I ask people why you want to come to MBA school, because everybody talks about marketing. Marketing is not a simple word. It's a complex word. It's not easy. In management, what I found is, I always, I work with the Britishers and Germans. I had an opportunity to go abroad, and we learned a lot of international marketing from the experts. So management is nothing but to manage different people, different men of different age group, with a different mentality, with a tactics, is management. This is what I define management. Because in your life, you will see a lot of people with different age group, different mentality, but you have to manage them with a family. as a family. In agriculture, there is a vast scope because I have seen last 50 years, opportunities are many, 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 many. Only thing, whenever we come, I go to B school for placement. Not actually now freshers because I go much more, I had now experienced people, but early days I used to visit B school. Problem is that whatever you get a syllabus or whatever, that is the only marks. But what actually you get an internship exposure, that is really an value addition to your life. So always I find that agribusiness is not a commodity, it is an industry. And for industry, you must know the technical things. You know, there are three ways you must know. One is, if you see the triangle, one side is, on the top is the farmer or the end user. But left-hand side is the scientists who are recommending things, and right-hand side is the industry who are giving the inputs for the farmers. I'm talking about only farming community. You know, India has about 82% dry area, rain-fed area, and only 18% is irrigated area. And today the scope is for both field crops and also irrigated crops. And fortunately, I'm working in grapes for last 50 years, apples, all fruit crops or vegetables. And we work on specialty nutrition, which is coming for a future generation. It's going to be a bright industry in future. So last, not the least, please see that you always accept two things. One is change in you and creating value in you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kulkarni. And truly, he has really achieved a lot in his life. And he believes that age is just a number. And he believes that he's still learning. And when he says that he's still learning, I think we should all believe that learning is something which should never stop. And it just makes you younger than it makes you older, right? Am I right, sir?